Well, it may be the biggest and costliest problem you've ever heard of, and it's getting worse. Our jails are homes to a huge number of inmates who are mentally ill. Jails and prisons have become the last resort for those in need of treatment. In a story you'll see only here on Local 12 News, reporter Jeff Hirsh shows us how the problem is hitting home.
This separate session of the Hamilton County Municipal Court is now in session.
It happens every day, a steady parade from here, the courtroom,
Those are related to the felony.
to here, the jail.
For the most part, we house the worst of the worst.
Some are flat out evil and will end up in the state pen. Others, perhaps not so violent, are here again and again.
Yeah, I've been in and out of jails and stuff 20 years now.
There are about 1,400 inmates in the Hamilton County Justice Center each day. Ernest Woods is pretty typical.
You know, when you're growing up, you want to get into everything, so you can't get away from the dope or the drink or the beer or none of that.
Another thing Ernest Woods deals with, along with 35% of the other inmates here, close to 500 of them, mental illness. Nationwide, a new study says there are more seriously mentally ill in jails and prisons than there are in mental hospitals.
If we were to redesign this jail today, there would be more floors dedicated to special needs and fewer to traditional general housing.
Sheriff Jim Neal says 75% of his inmates are special needs. That includes both the mentally ill and those with other medical problems. There's a medical unit here and a mental health section as well.
We have almost twice the number of staff on our mental health unit, and that is uniformed officers.
More staff means more cost, which is picked up by you, the taxpayer. If the mental health unit is a section of the jail, this is a section of the mental health section. And they've got this extra wire down here so inmates in here don't try to get through and jump. This is the suicide watch unit. A corrections officer comes in here and checks on these inmates every 10 minutes all day.
Most of the people who are mentally ill know that they are mentally ill.
Most mentally ill prisoners are picked up for relatively minor offenses like disorderly conduct, being drunk, or acting out irrationally.
They understand that they should be on medications. Most of them don't want to take those medications. They do need some type of help out in society.
The sheriff's office has increased training for the staff and is trying to link up with more public and private agencies to help the mentally ill once they're released. But there's a challenge there, too.
Obviously, there's not enough mental health facilities to deal with such a large population.
So despite what's going on inside the jail, the answer is really on the outside. There is a cost to society of providing treatment, but there's also a cost of not providing it.
When we let people out of a jail, an incarcerated situation, and there is no support for them to go to, those people are, they're going to come right back.
And that revolving door,
we are the last resort,
is bad for everyone.
My future is to go ahead and try to get me a job, nice job.
Which is not easy when you're locked up. Jeff Hirsh, Local 12 News.
Today, a judge sentenced Ernest Woods, who you just heard from there, to 1 year on a robbery charge. Jeff will have more on this growing problem coming up on Local 12 News Sunday morning at 8 o'clock.